Hey, what's up YouTube? Alright, whether you're a seasoned user of JavaScript or you're just a beginner, you'll start to find out that JavaScript is very tricky in how it does some stuff. And if you're coming from another language, you realize that JavaScript, that is, has its own way of doing things. One of those things is to replace a string, to replace all inside of a string. It's very tricky, and that's what we're going to be looking at in this episode of Code Solutions. Okay, so we're right here. What I've done, let me explain what I have so far. What you're looking at is a basic HTML page with the body and all the relevant stuff. We have referenced JavaScript text, which is called super.js within our script tag. And basically what we have is an input button that takes a value and a button that the onclick starts the JavaScript function. So let me just show you what it looks like. Well, my very simple web page. It's really for demonstration purposes, so it's really not a complicated looking page. So let's just run it in our browser. By the way, guys, I'm using Atom. You can use any text editor that you feel. I like using Atom because it's simpler to go through. All right. So what's supposed to happen here is you type your whatever you want in this text section, and it should change what an alert text basically. That's just saying some rubbish that I actually wrote. So let's look into the JavaScript and see what's going on in there. Alright, so let's look into the JavaScript. So in the JavaScript here we have a function fun, and it says it really should print out the word Mary had a little lamb. Everywhere that Mary went, Mary lost the lamb. Mary wasn't a good pet owner. So that's what it should print out. Alright, so the problem comes in when we want to replace Mary. Everywhere that Mary is in the sentence, we want to replace it with whatever we get from the input box. So I already set that up. So in case you didn't know, what you do is simply give that input element, you give it an ID, and you could actually go into your JavaScript and say something like, I have it already here, so I'm just going to uncomment it. Say create a variable, and mine is var name, and you simply say equal document.getElement by ID, and pass in that ID, which is name, dot value. So all of that is stored inside this input, in this input section will be now stored in this variable name. But that's not what we want to get into. We want to show you how do you replace all the Marys in this variable, which is word, and print it and alert it to the user. Alright, so first of all, let's show you the common misconception or where the problem lies. The problem will lie simply when someone creates another variable. Let's just say my variable is now new word equals, which would be this word before word dot replace. There it is. And what we'll do is pass in the old whatever we want to replace with what we want to replace it with. So let's just say we want to replace Mary, and we want to replace Mary with whatever value we get from name. So we'll replace Mary with name, the name variable, and then we'll just alert new word. So we'll save this, and let's just run this. this HTML page. Alrighty. Sometimes this thing doesn't run so well like it should. Let me run it again. Alright, you shouldn't be having the issues that I have with my editor. It's a pretty good editor, but sometimes it's just not the world's best. There we go. So it's now found my page. So let's just say we want to replace Mary with Jim. So we type in Jim and we click push. So it alerts Jim had a little lamb. Everywhere that, and here's the problem, everywhere Mary went, Mary lost the lamb. Mary wasn't a good pet owner, and that's the problem you'll have right there. When you use replace, what it simply does is only replaces one occurrence of the actual string. Okay, and the issue here is we want to replace all the Marys, not just one Mary, but all the Mary. So with whatever the user typed in value. You will find a lot of advanced JavaScript users will give you very complicated, painful ways of replacing it. So they all work, but they are all painful. If you go on Stack Overflow, you'll see persons use regex, for instance, and if you're new to JavaScript, you don't want to use regular expressions on this thing. So I'm going to show you how simple it is to replace all those elements that you want removed. So instead of writing Mary here as a string, simply do this. Put a slash, put Mary, put another slash, and G. Don't ask me what that G is for. I still haven't figured it out yet. So if you know what that G is for and you are a advanced JavaScript user, please tell me or tell us in the comment section. But for now, this is how you get around that. To replace all the Marys within this string, just put slash whatever you want, which is the old value, slash again, and G, and whatever you want to replace it by. Now let us save and see if this changes what we want changed. Alright, and let's just run it. Alright, running in browser again. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to say Jim, and I'm going to push. So the alert says Jim had a little lamb. Everywhere Jim went, Jim lost the lamb. Jim wasn't a good pet owner. So pretty much that's it, guys. That's how you replace all in JavaScript the simple way. There are other ways, I will tell you that much. There are other ways, but this is the simple code solution way of doing it. And that's what I do. I try to make it as simple as possible. I haven't done any JavaScript videos, but I had to do this one because the information out there is just painful. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and if you have any very difficult code that I can do in a very simple way, just leave it in the comment section, and if enough persons request it, I'll give it a try. Alright, I will not be taking on just individual code problems. If everybody requests it, then I'll do it because it benefits everybody instead of just a single subscriber. Alright guys, thanks for watching.